All right, we're going to talk to Millie. Let me know when you're ready.
She's the one who brought the
Can she turn around? Can you turn her around?
What's that?
Okay, I'll get over here.
Are
you ready?
That's the reason we're playing. She's the world's luckiest goat.
All right, we're here
Don't
on
give
Clark,
up on the Cubs.
just down the street from Madison, Wrigleyville. It's Jerry Riles in the Rewind Sports 60, and we're talking to Millie the Goat. Millie, what are you doing out here tonight?
Reverse the curse. It's okay.
So Millie has reversed the curse here. Unfortunately, the Cubs have dropped the third game of the best-of-7 series, World Series against the Cleveland Indians here at Wrigley Field by a count of 1-0. Millie, did you have something to do with that? Millie doesn't really have much to say, just like the Cubs bats didn't really have much to say in this third game. They now trail 2-1, and Cleveland is coming here to try to steal one away from the Cubs and see if they can go back to the mistake by the lake, Cleveland.
There you go.
But Millie, will the Cubs bats come alive in this series?
Let Millie in and they can win.
As you heard it, let's talk to the owner of Millie. Your name is?
Joe.
Joe, and you just said something that's profound. Let Millie in and the Cubs will win.
There you go. That's all they got to do.
Sam Cianis, back in 1945, October 10th, 1945, wanted to bring his goat in to Wrigley Field for the Cubs World Series battle against the Detroit Tigers. Unfortunately, Cubs brass and security said they couldn't bring the goat in, and Sam Cialis stood out on Clark Avenue and said the Cubs will never win, and hence they have not won in 108 years. But you think if the Cubs allow Millie into Wrigley, the Cubs will win?
That's right, buddy, because you know what? They didn't have Febreze back in 45. She don't stink.
Millie doesn't stink, but Millie is definitely active. Are you willing to purchase a ticket, which will be going somewhere upwards of $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to get Millie in?
You know what? We ain't buying no ticket. They'll just let her in if they want to win.
So if you approach the Cubs right now, Tom Ricketts and the staff?
That's all he has to do. He just said, let the goat in. It's that easy.
So Tom, there you have it. Millie is here. Let the goat in, and the Cubs will win. The Cleveland Indians just took care of the Chicago Cubs by a final score of 1-0 in Game 3 of the best-of-7 series, the World Series, the first time the Cubs have made it here since 1945. And the GOAT was the reason it didn't happen. Some speculate because of the curse. Millie's here to say the curse is reversed if you let her in.
Curse is reversed.
This is the Rewind Sports 60.
The world's luckiest goat right here. Let her in and they will win. Don't be afraid to tip the goat. It's not cheap to send a kid to college.
Can I pet your goat?
Sure.